If you're wondering why I'm not on video, it's because I'm currently having issues with my webcam, and I got to figure out what that is before I can get it working again. But there was a huge beef yesterday in the Fishtank house. It was between TJ and Judge Goldstriker, and I have to say, I am very, very shocked. I'm very surprised because I didn't know you could beef with the members of production. I didn't think you could beef with Goldstriker. I'm wondering, can you beef with Vance? Is Ty gonna decide he has beef with Vance over something that happened in season 1 now? That's crazy, and I think it's interesting, and I want to see the Fish get ballsy again. I want to see them take it to production again, right? But this beef ended up taking place in the form of a boxing match between Goldstriker and TJ. And we're going to go ahead, we're going to take a look at it. Now, before we do go, I want to say that it's going to be in half speed because I tried to do it in full speed, and I just couldn't do it. Everything happened so quick. It was kind of crazy. But here we have TJ on the right, Goldstriker on the left, in case you didn't already know. And it's funny, TJ's got the headgear, the gloves. I guess he's got a mouth guard, too. I'm wondering where they got the mouth guard on such short notice. And then he also has the yarmulke on top. And a little bit of lore behind this. I actually bought this for Brian. I got 2 of them for Brian. And I wanted to give this one to Brian, but we ended up going with the other one that Brian would end up getting. So we just kind of had this laying around, and they thought it would be funny if they gave it to TJ, which I think it's great. They call it the Yarmulke on Amazon. You can check that out. It's actually pretty cheap, and it's kind of fun. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna take a look at that now. All right, so we're just waiting. TJ, you could kind of see the fear in his eyes a second ago. He's like, "What did I get myself into?" All right, nice little touch of gloves. All right, body hook from Goldstriker is actually deflected by TJ. TJ tries to move in, but Goldstriker ends up framing, and he throws a short right hand. Another frame from Goldstriker keeps him safe, and then there is a hook to the body followed by a cross to the chest, and then a hook to the head. All of them land. Now, right there, right, TJ has a lot of energy. He's got nervous energy, and he ended up jumping into that, and because of that, Goldstriker basically pushed him over. And it was kind of the same situation here. Neither of those punches really landed. He just sort of kind of got pushed, if we're being honest. So that jab landed pretty square. That hook was a glancing blow, but the thing is, Goldstriker's such a big dude, even a glancing blow is going to kind of hurt a little bit. That jab was a glancing blow. That hook landed a little bit more square. So TJ's got to keep his hands up right now, and I mean really keep them up. That was another glancing blow, that one too, but again, this is Goldstriker we're talking about. TJ really needs to keep his hands up. He's got them real low right now. So that was a jab to the body, and that was probably, I'm going to pause this actually just to explain. I said jab to the body, silly me. That was a jab to the head. And that was probably the worst punch that TJ ends up taking the entire time. It ended up freezing up on us. I will see if I can find some more fluid video. I believe I did see that. You can see Taylor kind of like, ooh, oh no. Really, yeah, it was now that I'm thinking of it, it definitely was the worst punch that he ended up taking through the entire fight. And really what it was is that his hands were down, he was kind of stuck in the mud, he was flat-footed. I don't think he expected Goldstriker to really throw anything at him in that moment, and he just kind of got caught off guard, and because of that, his head snapped back. You got to protect yourself at all times at the end of the day. Goldstriker, he hits him and he just kind of understands, like, all right, he just took like a real punch. Like most of the other punches that he took up until this point, they didn't really do that much damage. Everything kind of looked worse than it actually was up until this point. And he just wanted to make sure he checked in on TJ. So we'll go ahead and pause it now. Just checking in on him right now. I believe he asks him if he wants to continue, and TJ says yes. So we'll talk about that in a second. All right, so here we go. His hands are up at least. Hook to the body. And then followed by another hook to the body. And yeah, there it is. Goldstriker calls it. Yeah, I mean, look, respect, right? Respect on TJ's part. He didn't have to do that. That was completely elective. I'm actually, look, I'm not mad at Dunye or anything. I just think Dunye is an idiot for not respecting TJ, for calling him a fool and things like that. I think Dunye, there's probably something inside of Dunye that is very squirrely and does not allow him to understand the merit of fighting fights that you know you're not going to win for one reason or another, right? Now, that doesn't mean you have to be foolish, right? If I believed that in order to be honorable, you have to be foolish, I'd be fighting every other weekend, because I'd take every single fight that comes my way, and I'd be going out and looking for fights and things like that. But that's not the case. That's not how I believe you do things. TJ was upset because he was being made to wear funny hats, and he was being called different names by production, and he didn't like that. So in order to gain the respect of the production, to make him not have to wear hats, or to make it so that he doesn't have to wear the silly yarmulke and to actually be called his regular name, he decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to fight for that. And that is very, very respectable. And because of that, I actually switched my endorsement from Shinji, who I still love the hell out of, by the way, to TJ. He earned my respect to that point that I switched my endorsement. That was really good on his part. Now, I will say that I didn't see a ton of people who were saying it, but I did see some people who were saying that like it looked really bad. Yeah, it did look really bad, but that's really all that it was. It just looked bad. That's it. It was not nearly as bad as it actually was. Most of those punches, especially the ones where he ended up flying around and stuff like that, they were glancing blows. Basically, anytime you saw him kind of flying through the air or being sent in any weird direction or anything like that, it was either completely incidental because he jumped into a punch, like in that first left hook that ended up flooring him. Either that, or Sam ended up throwing a punch that didn't quite land right, and instead of there being actual impact that drives force deep into the body, which is how you're supposed to dig body shots, you're supposed to drive the force straight into the body as deep as you can. It ended up being more of like a push or a shove. Like I said, the worst punch he ended up taking was that jab close to the end, and Sam knew that, and he stopped, and he was like, hey, are you sure you want to keep going? Are you okay? He checked in on him. That's very responsible on Sam's part. There really isn't much to say other than that. It was, I'm sure TJ is probably feeling a little bit today, right? He should feel proud of himself, though. I'm proud of him. And, I mean, shoot, let's see if this opens up a can of worms. And I don't necessarily mean fighting wise, right? I don't expect I don't expect Jimmy to be ringing the bell and calling me out anytime soon. Though I would love the hell out of that, and it would be really fun for me. I hope it would be funny to you guys. I know it would be fun for me. I don't expect him to be doing that, but maybe I don't know. Maybe Jimmy decides he's going to ring the bell and he's going to call out Ben to a contest of some sort, right? There's going to be some like crazy stuff that goes on. I find this to be interesting, and I want to see if this now becomes part of it, where maybe the fish are challenging certain things. Hopefully they don't abuse that, but maybe the fish challenge certain things. Maybe there's certain things that are challengeable, and the fish are able to compete against the production in one way or another to have a say in whether or not something goes down. We'll see how that goes, though. Other than that, that's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and also sub for more. If you have anything to say, leave a comment down below. And if you have any questions for me, feel free to hit me up on Instagram at Scott Sullivan MMA. I love making question and answer videos about martial arts or really any topic. You can hit me up about anything, dude. I'm cool to talk about anything. Other than that, thank you very much for watching. And until next time, good luck out there.